Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at locking away our feelings, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name is Benj.
And I'm Isaac. And this week, we're going to take a little detour down the Locket branch of art. For all those Locket artists out there who are making things that go inside of lockets. Mostly people just take photos, I think.
I mean, a group of people that make art for other people's lockets?
It is now.
I think normally you make your you don't even make art usually for lockets.
I guarantee somewhere out there are people who you go to them and you're like, I need a picture for my locket. I would print it out, but then people would see it. So they go to them in secret.
I think normally you keep a picture
on the dark web,
like an actual picture. And if it's a drawing, it's probably because somebody drew you a picture and you like the person that drew the picture.
Whether they exist or not, we today are going to be ourselves Locket artists, because it has come to our attention that one of our young friends and super fans of the channel have a locket that they wear every day since Christmas time, it seems. At least that's when I've noticed it. And we asked them what was in their locket, and the answer was nothing. Nothing in their locket.
And what's the point of having a locket with nothing in it?
Absolutely nothing.
So we're here to come to the rescue and put something in the locket.
True Locket artists do.
Clearly she's not going to put it in the locket, but...
No, I think she must... We're going to have to print it out.
But now...
Miniaturize it.
She will at least have the option.
So today we present Locket option number 1 from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a circular locket, in case you're wondering about the perfect circle that's on the screen.
Yeah, we didn't draw that.
Nope, there is absolutely no chance, given countless number of hours to practice, we could have drawn that.
Yep.
But for the sake of today's video, we cheated, used one of our many tools that we have never actually used before on this channel, and drew a perfect circle. Mm-hmm. So if you're...
And don't pull out your ruler, because there's the chance is not perfect. We don't actually know how to use the tools that we never use.
Yeah, because why would we? We just have a ballpoint pen. But without further ado, it is time to start drawing the locket. But actually, hang on a second. I need to get my drawing glove. Because everybody knows that a locket artist without a drawing glove is like a locket without a picture. Pointless. And
okay.
Yep. All right. So, our young friend, what is it that she would like in her locket? Do you think?
Are you asking me?
I am asking.
Or the audience?
Oh gosh, I've already messed up. Can I erase that? If I can remember the button.
That's not that's against the rules.
It's because I couldn't find the pen, not because I actually drew it. All right. Now we're starting. There's only one thing I'm certain of about this person, and it's the one thing that everybody, who even if you met her for 2 seconds, knows. She loves reading, because she's a reading nerd.
You don't even have to meet her. She wears shirts that basically says, I love reading on them.
Yep, doesn't get any better than that. You know what's hard, though? Remembering what a book looks like when it's open. Yeah, it has a line...
Everybody knows. You know how when you're drawing a bird, at a distance, and you just draw an M?
I drew a flux capacitor. Does that count?
Draw 2 of those and then connect it with a line.
I basically just have a flux capacitor, and I think we're all right. I'm gonna show some depth today.
This looks like you're trying to draw a cat, which will probably turn into a bear somehow.
It's only if I'm drawing my favorite animal.
Now it has whiskers.
Just know it's supposed to be a book, whether it ends up looking like one or not. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Guess that kind of looks like a book. Or a baboon head face.
It is a book, for all of you who are wondering.
Could be a baboon nose.
A book? And you know how some people are like, they have their secret crush in their locket. They're like, ooh, I hope they never ask me what's in my locket, because then I'll have to tell them that they're in my locket. You know, you had a locket growing up.
I didn't.
Yes, I think you did, but you never let me look at it, which is quite suspicious now that I think about it.
I didn't have a locket, so
Just be honest. If you had a locket growing up, would I have been in it?
no, definitely not.
Who would have been in it?
Nobody.
Can you tell that's a heart around the book?
I mean, only barely. It could also still be a baboon head.
I think that's more like a baboon butt.
No, their faces are kind of heart shaped too.
Oh, you know what? I see it now, actually. Like, if I added an eye here and an eye here, it'd basically just be a baboon head.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, she doesn't really like baboons.
I mean, she might.
Should I go for it then? Oh, man, it's tempting.
This is your locket.
But see, I want her to actually be like, I want that printed out and stuck in my locket for all time. And if I'm worried that if I turn this book and heart into a baboon suddenly, she might. But, you know, that's a great way to hide what's in your locket, honestly. You know, if you want to be like, I love books, but you don't want anybody to know about it, you just, like, draw it and secretly turn it into a baboon.
Right.
So that when somebody, like, snatches it off your neck at the playground and is going to tease you about loving books,
they'll teach you about loving baboons.
That's more common. That's more accepted.
More accepted. Loving baboons and books.
So, you know what? I think I'm trying to remember now what a baboon eye looks like.
You know, normally you don't draw the heart in the picture of the locket because, like, the locket's already like heart shaped.
Yeah, but hers is circle shaped.
Well, then clearly it's not meant to have something that she loves inside of it. It's meant to have a circle baboon inside of it.
Oh, that's what we're going with now. This way, she doesn't have to get teased about loving books, because she gets teased about that a lot. Instead, she'll just be like, I don't love books. I love baboons. And then people will just be confused. How do you realistically respond to somebody who says that to you?
I think you just don't.
Now that I've added eyes to it, it does not at all look like a baboon. I don't know what we were thinking. What does the baboon nose look like? That's the real problem, because its mouth has to be like down here. I'll just give it like a baboon mouth.
Don't they normally have like teeth? Like, they have pretty big teeth, don't they?
Baboon vampire. See, I guarantee you open up somebody's locket and this is staring back at you, you just hand it back and like slowly back away from the person. It needs a nose. Does that kind of looks like a nose?
Yeah, it kind of does. It needs to like connect.
Just add some nostrils.
That's not what I would have done, but
well, when you get over here, you can draw a baboon that has nostrils in a different location. Beautiful. Beautiful baboon.
Yep.
With some smaller teeth
with
here.
the kind of book-like face.
Yeah, see, nobody will ever know that she loves books. Looking at this thing, it kind of just looks like a swollen-headed baboon. Yeah. Perfect. Now, what else? Well, let's see. We'll get the birthday thing here. You got to put meaningful dates. I looked up like the WikiHow on how to fill your locket earlier, and it's like, start with something that you love and someone that you love, or a date or a quote, or so I'm going with a date. We've got
who's looking up what to put in a locket on
someone who was like gifted a locket unexpectedly,
and they're like
doesn't actually care about anything in life.
What
kind of a person walks around with an empty locket?
Good point.
See, this is the kind of person who needs our help as locket artists. If we really put ourselves out there as locket artists, we could make bank.
We should make a whole new business.
Just a whole channel of just locket art.
Two poor
locket artists. Yeah, people would be flocking to us by the thousands.
We'll make a website and people can...
And we'll be like, don't worry if you're afraid to express what you love, because we can always disguise it as a mammal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll show them this.
Yeah, like
Whatever.
people can tell us what they want in their locket, and we'll draw it. You can like maybe send us pictures.
Just generic numbers. Could be anything. Could be a code to their phone. 9-4.
9-4.
Really bad password, but you know. And then, what else do girls like? They like flowers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a genetic thing, I think. I think all girls in some, even if it's like not conscious, they love flowers.
Mm-hmm. And horses.
And horses. I'll let you draw a horse. You know why?
Because you don't want to draw.
It's so much harder to draw than a flower. So much harder to draw than a flower. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are you going to draw on the other side? Now you've made it uneven.
I know. I'm like, do I draw another flower so that it's symmetrical? No, I don't.
Okay.
Now I don't know what this person's favorite food is. I've never asked, and I texted a family member of theirs, and they didn't let me know in time before this video. So I'm just gonna guess what this person's favorite food is.
Okay. Good luck.
Yep.
I have nothing to give to you.
Who doesn't love donuts?
What? She's like allergic to donuts or something.
I mean, that would be awkward, I'll admit, but donuts, sprinkle donuts that have sprinkles on them. Because she's a girl, and girls love sprinkles almost as much as they love flowers and horses.
Mm-hmm.
That's why sprinkles exist. No guy, no father growing up is like, make sure you get some sprinkles on your...
It's
No,
true.
to be fair, I like sprinkles, but it's because I had a mother that taught me well.
Yeah, and funfetti cake.
It's true. Funfetti cake is more about the little bits of, like, globs of frosting that's in it, though, if you get real funfetti cake. Funfetti cake is not just cake with frosting that has sprinkles on it. That is a lie.
Yeah, but it's usually just like melted sprinkles.
It's not melted sprinkles. It's like it's like rolled up bits of dried up frosting, but not as gross as that sounds.
What's the difference of dried up frosting and sprinkles?
It's still got
They're
some.
both
It's still
just colored
soft and it has
sugar.
the flavor of. It's not crunchy.
Well, I know, but when it melts, like if you
melted a sprinkle, it wouldn't be the same
if you
thing.
got just cake mix and put in sprinkles and mixed it all up, it would look just like funfetti.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, what else do we go with here? I have activated the ruler tool somehow up there. Why is there a rule? Why? Oh, it's because of the circle that's there. I think so.
Oh, you clicked on the circle tool. Chicken foot or something? half a chicken foot?
It was supposed to be. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. It's a K now. Because this person has a sibling whose name starts with the letter K. They also have a sibling whose name starts with the letter Z.
Now you have to do
And a
all
sibling that
the
starts with the letter T. And a sibling that starts with the letter C.
Not
and then-
uneven.
And then their name starts with an E.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does on this locket. And in real life.
Why? See, now it's weird that the K is the biggest in the middle.
I'm not 100% sure who this person's favorite sibling is, but this locket would suggest it's the one who starts with a K.
It would definitely suggest that.
It just looks like a secret code, honestly. You open up this person's locket, you don't know what ETKZC stands for unless you
9-4.
Donuts and flowers and baboons.
Yep.
I mean, I could keep adding to this, but at this
I
point,
mean, simplicity is sometimes better.
simplistic. This is the simple work of a locket artist, I feel. It has meaning, it has secret codes, it has numbers and letters, and what more could you really want in your
For
locket?
our actual business, we'll use colors.
Whoa, I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, but
Because
I'll have to
adding
be.
some colors to this would just make it perfect for
I could
the
just add.
business.
I could add some like pages to the book.
Oh, but I thought it wasn't a book.
Well, you're just adding some wrinkles to the baboon, then.
Or whiskers or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think they kind of do have like those under the eye bags. Some,
Mhm.
so I don't know if it's baboons or mandrills or something. But this
Yeah,
could bring up a good conversation about the
knows?
difference between baboons and mandrills, and then people forget all about the secret code and the numbers on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is one other thing I wanted to put. Because, most lockets, especially secret lockets, have like someone's crush. They're like,
Mhm.
like I didn't know you were in my locket. Oh, and then someone, you start dating someone, they're like, here, put my photograph in your locket.
I don't know if anybody.
You had a locket growing up. You must know.
I just did it.
I gave you a picture multiple times. But here, put this in. But we'll just put some other numbers in here. I think we'll just go with this person's birthday that I think could be crush material. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, I mean, like, I don't actually know if she has a crush on this person, but if I were her, I would.
Okay.
So we'll just put another number somewhere. Let's see. Just put it in the baboon's head.
Because it's actually a heart.
Yeah, exactly. So 6-1. So much. I think, honestly, it's more fun to have a locket that when you open it up, there's just codes people have to solve.
Mm-hmm. That does seem more fun.
I completely am. Yeah, that's the kind of locket artist I want to be. But now it's time to sign it and hand it over to locket artist number 2.
To see what I come up with. I cannot guarantee that it will be better. That's for sure.
We're giving this a name.
Locket, I guess.
Oh gosh, is that really? We're gonna go that simple?
Oh, what else?
How many T's are there in Locket, do you think?
Is
Is it just one?
Is it like 2 T's and an E at the end? Or
Lockets. Lockets. Yeah, we'll just go with Locket.
Okay.
All right, get over here and give us your best baboon.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, we've come back to just this plain circle now. So let's draw my version of this locket.
Your version of the baboon?
No, this won't be a baboon. As you've mentioned, all girls like horses.
You're gonna try to draw a horse?
Oh, it's kind of
Fail?
fail miserably. What does a horse look like?
Kind of looks like a baboon.
I one time learned how to draw a horse.
Really?
in,
Never shared?
in like an art class that I took.
You took an art class? When was this?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Like recently?
No, it was like while I was homeschooled. It's like a homeschool art class.
I gotta say, I don't remember any part of a horse being that pointy. Maybe an ear.
That's the ear. This is the mane.
You know what girls really like? Baboons.
Just don't think it's
It's gonna be a thing that's gonna catch on.
And then horses kind of have.
Oh, this kind of looks like a T-Rex.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or what's that
T-Rexes.
whale that has like a really small bottom jaw?
T-Rexes and horses are actually practically the same animal.
Like this 100% looks like, you know, like how kids have those like, what do they call them? Like, oh gosh, never mind. Whatever I was gonna say is, it's like a sock puppet horse that's angry.
It's not angry.
It's 100% angry.
It's focused.
Okay. What's that? What is it called when they have like a horse head that has like a stick coming out of it? It's kind of like a broom, but it has a horse, you know? Okay. It has an arm. An arm. Is it like a hobby horse? Is that a thing? Or is a
Hobby horse?
Isn't a hobby horse what you sit on? What's a hobby horse? I'm looking it up.
Horses don't have hands. Isn't that nice?
They also don't have arms like that, so... Yeah, a hobby... Okay, so you Google hobby horse, you get two things. You get the thing I was talking about that you ride, but then you also get the thing with the stick coming out of it. See this right here? See that's a hobby horse.
Oh, okay.
But also... Yeah, these are what they call them. They call them hobby horses. That's basically what you're drawing, right? That just has like a stick coming out of it, like a disembodied head of a horse that they taxidermied and stuck on a pole.
I'm drawing clearly a
I guess it's like a rocking horse versus a hobby horse. A reading horse.
yeah, this horse is reading.
Is this horse supposed to be our friend? Not like he's friendly, but like the friend we're drawing the locket for. Like this is her.
This is
The angry, focused horse.
it's
girl?
just a horse that you could potentially see reading a book.
Yeah, I can't picture that. Mostly because I've just never seen a horse reading a book.
This is a
This looks like an action figure now that has like the legs stuck onto the side.
see, I don't really know how to draw.
What is coming out of its foot? What is that?
This is, you know how like it's like it's like sitting cross-legged.
That's what I'm looking at. It's like its leg is okay. So one is
Yeah, so it's like sitting cross-legged.
that calf on the first leg is so skinny as it gets crossed over, and it's sitting on the toilet.
No, this is like a big, comfy chair.
This horse's legs and arms are sort of creepy. That's all I'm really gonna say about it.
Okay.
It would have been better if you just made it a hobby horse and just.
Fair enough. I'll accept creepy.
It's like somebody wearing a horse costume, where like if they're in like a ballet or something and they're the horse,
Right.
like you know how so like all of their legs and arms are still showing, but they're clearly in a horse
yeah,
costume.
so they're like wearing a horse costume, like at a ballet, and they're just like, it's not their turn to go on yet, so they're just doing a little bit of light reading.
And they're really angry about it.
No, they're focused on the book.
I mean, I don't know that I've watched too many people reading, mostly because that would be sort of creepy. But I've never seen somebody look at a book that way.
Never seen
Unless
somebody
they're like
truly
angry
read.
at something that's happening.
You've never. Okay,
What is this?
this, my friend, is going to be a ladder.
You call me your friend, but you never let me be in your locket growing up.
Well, I never had a locket. So,
We even had that picture of us as kids where it's like us making a bridge with our hands. That would have been perfect in a locket. I still have that picture somewhere.
picture of us making a bridge with
Yeah,
our
like
hands.
we put our hands together and interlocked our fingers and made like a London Bridge is falling down sort of situation.
Isn't that like you do that if you're like at a sporting event? Like
Like doing the wave?
no, not like a wave, like at the end of the sports game. And like all the kids run through the tunnel made by the other kids and the parents.
I guess it's kind of like that. That's basically what we're doing. But you didn't put it in your locket.
Yeah, that's because I never had a locket.
What are those?
I had a diary that had a lock on it
You'll admit that, but you won't admit you had a locket?
because I admit the truth, but not falsities.
Why are you giving your ladder inner tubes?
The wheels.
Oh.
You know how like when you're at a library
Oh, yeah.
that don't exist, you know, and those ladders.
Are you saying libraries don't exist?
Yeah, this is the future. Who has libraries?
Like your drawing is the future, or like 2022 is the future?
No, like right now, where we're the time we're living in is the future.
And they've done away with libraries.
Yeah.
And instead, people are forced to dress up like horses and read out of the mouth hole. At least I assume that's not the actual person's eyes on top.
See, I've
So you're talking like a Beauty and the Beast type library.
Yeah.
Or like, like every reading girl's dream library.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I was over
that's a pretty good thing to add into Locket, I'll admit.
I was over at this person's house the other day, and her mom was talking about making one of these.
What? I didn't know you had inside information.
Libraries in their house.
That'd be pretty cool, I'll admit. I mean, somebody has to turn into a beast, and there has to be a curse that turns them all into dishes and other household items, but
Okay, and then
I guess one of them's gonna get turned into a horse. And who could ever love a horse? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Every girl alive.
Mm-hmm. Horses are universally loved by all girls.
I'm happy to say we're at the point of the video where we get to watch Ben draw 52 individual and identical books that apparently, this is the impressive part, sit on the top of the bookshelf instead of on the bottom.
This isn't
floating books. Oh, there. That one's touching the bottom. All the books on the left are glued to the top of each shelf.
Well, you know what? Why?
Even that one has a gap.
For some reason,
this is
circle.
This is what happens when we mess with tools outside our understanding.
How do I do I push this button?
You're asking me this?
Well, you're the one that made the circle.
I don't know how it came to be. I mean, honestly, you could just stop here and we assume she just has all, and by she, I mean the horse girl, just has every other every other book is just like off the shelf because she's, in the process of reading them all. How many books can you read at once, do you think, like realistically? I like to read 0 books at a time normally.
These books are going to get bigger.
Well, yeah, that's how it is. You don't want to put the big, heavy books on the top shelf. They fall over there. They're going to bludgeon somebody to death. You put the big, heavy books, like, these ones on the bottom are like entire collected works of one artist. Actually, it's 3 different artists who didn't like each other and requested that their books never be put too close to each other on the shelf.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a lot of detail to go in a locket. Like, it would be better if there was just a baboon and a heart.
Well, if it was...
a baboon. There's no heart in that picture.
Yeah, there's no heart.
No heart. Nope, just secret codes and... Wow.
And
I'll admit, I like this drawing. Like,
there's going to be like a pile of books right here.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to see the artistic skill that goes into... Okay, that's a water-damaged book.
No,
it has lots of wrinkles.
It's very old. Very old book.
See? Wrinkles. Those look like baboon wrinkles. You're telling me this book that has like frayed pages. No wonder it looks like that if it's just left on the floor all the time.
Very old book. Very old. And then there's like a book.
I usually leave my very old books in a big stack on the floor.
And then this one has
this is like one of those board books that has like 4 gigantic cardboard pages for newborns.
And then this book is off.
You were doing well until this stack of books. I was willing to look past the creepiness of the horse and the floating books.
Books are hard to draw perspective. Like this book I did a pretty good job on.
You know what though? If I opened up somebody's locket after I stole it from them on the playground, which I assume is the main time people see inside of each other's lockets.
Yeah,
and I opened it to this, I'd actually have less questions than about the one that I drew. I would be a little like it's almost normal. Like if you covered up the horse's head Actually, if you cover up like all of the horse's body, that is the least disturbing part of the horse's body. But, like if you just like substituted the horse for like a human being, this would be like, oh, that's a nice drawing of a a girl sitting in a library reading books. She's a little angry looking, but
focused.
But the fact that it's a horse would raise some questions. Right. Although, if it was a girl that stole your locket from you on the playground and opened it up, she'd just love it.
Yeah, because it has a horse reading books. Focused on the book.
Well, I think it's about time for you to sign it and to have us sign off for the week. But we will get back to you. We will present this to the lucky Locket owner and tell you which one she's chosen to print out and put around her neck for all time. We'll also see if we can find Benja's locket and see if he'll finally put my picture in there.
See, I'm thinking of adding a tail.
I think it's signed. just let it die. I mean, let it be.
Okay.
It's not going to make the horse any less angry looking.
Well,
maybe you're just like assuming that it's sitting on its own tail and like it is uncomfortable, even though the chair is comfortable. It's like
going the other way.
Someone pulled its tail, but it's like, oh, I can't stop reading. I just must keep reading. But it hurts to sit because my tail's being pulled. But
yeah, I think we'll just say goodbye.
I hope that if you have a locket and you're in need of some locket art, you will message us and leave a comment because we are here for you as your local locket artists.
Mm-hmm. If you leave a comment and ask us for a locket drawing,
we will 100% draw you a locket drawing.
Yes.
But until then,
unless like somehow this video is the one that goes viral and we get like 1 million requests.
No, because then we could just quit our jobs and draw locket drawings for the rest of our lives.
No, but we're not saying like that they'll pay us.
Oh, well, imagine if 1 million people asked us to draw a locket drawing and they each paid us $1.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
We could quit our jobs.
Yeah, that would be great. Goodbye.
All right. No. Now I have to talk and you have to interrupt me. And then it's your turn to talk and I'll interrupt you.
What?
We've tried to sign off 4 times now, but it's not working. So.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.